Born November 23, 1996, Ashley Mariah Loring Heavyrunner is a young, lovable girl from the Blackfeet tribe in Montana. Details about Ashley in this case are scarce. Ashley was outgoing and loved by her friends and family. She was just getting her life started. She enjoyed photography and nature. Sadly, Ashley's childhood was difficult. Ashley and her sister were moved to foster care due to her mother's struggle with substances. Ashley was very close with her sister. They appeared to have each other's back. The two sisters eventually went to live with their grandparents, who owned a horse ranch. The girls and their other siblings learned to care for the horses, and they really enjoyed riding them. Ashley always had a camera around and enjoyed taking pictures of her family and the ranch. During high school, Ashley played volleyball, track, and she graduated in 2015. She planned to attend Blackfeet Community College. Ashley attended college for a couple of years and then transferred to the University of Montana in 2017 to study environmental science. Ashley planned to move in with her sister while attending college. On June 8th, Ashley's sister arrives back in Montana from a vacation. She calls Ashley. Ashley does not answer. After a few days of no answer from Ashley, her sister went to Facebook and asked if anyone has seen or heard from Ashley. No one had. This immediately worried her sister because she knew that Ashley wouldn't just ignore everyone, especially her. Also, it didn't make sense because Ashley was going to be living with her. Ashley's sister found out that Ashley's friend said she was at a party the evening that she went missing. Now, there's a lot of conflicting info on this case. First, it was reported that Ashley was last seen on the 5th of June. Then it was reported that she was last seen on the 7th. Ashley's sister then reported her officially missing. No one was talking about Ashley. Is this because people had information about her disappearance? Why was the town quiet? Reservation residents don't always feel comfortable going to the police, and that's because they don't feel heard, and here's why. Let's look at some startling statistics. In 2017, the Department of Justice found that out of Montana's 72 missing persons cases, 22 of them were missing Native American women. That's 30%. Yet, Native American women only make up 3% of the state's whole population. Legislators in North Dakota say that cases are often underreported and data isn't officially collected. There's currently over 2,500 unsolved cases of Indigenous women on the database for missing and murdered Indigenous women. The lack of resources, no information, and jurisdiction issues made Ashley's case all that more complicated. The Bureau of Indian Affairs has 19 working officers to cover the landmass of 1.5 million acres. Many major cases will go to the federal level, which can complicate things even more. And just because it's at a federal level doesn't mean that it will be solved. The cases will often be at a standstill for years, and the families of the victims don't hear much from detectives. Ashley's sister didn't want to give up hope, though. She and her family have been the leaders in organizing searches and gathering information.
We won't stop searching for Ashley, and we are relieved that the FBI is involved, because it seems like now we are getting more updates, and it seems like we are being taken serious now. We will be getting answers soon, hopefully. We just need those people with the information to come forward.
The Bureau of Indian Affairs and Blackfeet Tribal Business Council have each offered a $5,000 reward for information about Ashley's disappearance.
They often search in dangerous conditions such as the winter and on mountains or in rough terrain. Ashley's sister has completed over 100 searches. Her family had found a gray sweatshirt that matched Ashley's. Unfortunately, it was found in a dumpster, which is clearly not a good sign. They also found a pair of women's boots. Ashley's sister says she turned these items over to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and 2 weeks passed with no word from them. When Ashley's sister contacted them to find out the progress, they told her they lost a sweatshirt and they didn't know where it was. Now, this is either a completely reckless and amateur mistake, the way that they treated the evidence, or it has something to do with a police cover-up. Near an abandoned trailer, allegedly, where Ashley was seen, family found bones in 2017. However, it was found that the bones were too large to be human. Winter arrived, and Ashley's family was forced to halt their search. For the next 8 months, until February 2018, Ashley's case fell under the authority of tribal police and then the Bureau of Indian Affairs. In March 2018, the FBI took over at the request of the Bureau of Indian Affairs. The question is, why did they wait so long to ask the FBI for assistance? There were tips and leads which mentioned the state of Washington. However, Washington was never investigated. In April 2018, Ashley's sister created an online petition and revealed that the main suspects in the case have not been questioned by the FBI. I'm not sure if this is true, but if it is, this is just another huge flaw in this very complicated case. Later, there were fake Facebook pages with Ashley's pictures uploaded. No one really knows who did it or why, but it is confirmed to be fake. Let's briefly talk about the violence against Native American women. In 2016, the National Institute of Justice reported that Native American women experience violence 52% more than the general population. 84% of Native American women will experience violence in their lifetime. Ashley's family wants nothing more than justice and to find Ashley.
In June of 2017, Ashley Loring Heavyrunner went missing. For over a year, her sister Kimberly Loring Heavyrunner has searched for her on the Blackfeet Reservation. Today, Kimberly appeared before the United States Committee on Indian Affairs in Washington, D.C. to speak about her experiences with law enforcement following Ashley's disappearance. Kimberly told senators about the links between updates from law enforcement, the evidence searchers provided to investigators themselves, and a lack of seriousness, she says, taken by officers.
If they would have taken her serious as a person, because we are important, I believe that my sister would have been here, or we would have had closure.
Now, both Senator John Tester and Senator Steve Daines are members of the committee. Tester asked a panel of representatives from the BIA, the FBI, and the National Institute of Justice if they believe there's a problem.
If it is a problem, and you agree it is a problem, where's the problem with? Because if this was going on any other place in the country, dare say there would be incredible hearings in this body. So where's the problem? So we know where to focus our efforts.
Senator Daines addressed Kimberly directly about her work and how other families deserve a voice in this crisis.
And this is a fundamental question of how we value some of human life and those who are the most vulnerable, and that you can be a voice for those who don't have a voice here today. And I hope that message is received strongly by our law enforcement, by members of Congress, so that we can conduct investigations and find out what happened to Ashley.
The committee also heard testimony from other representatives and addressed issues such as tribal jurisdiction, data collection, and lack of resources.
But to this day, there has not been any solid, concrete leads. They still hold on to hope. And it hurts her family to know that there's likely someone in their community that knows something and just won't speak up. Ashley is 5'2", approximately 90 to 106 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. She's from the Blackfeet Reservation. If you have any information regarding Ashley or this case, please contact the number below, the Blackfeet Law Enforcement Services. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, my friends.